How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to understand anything in the world. If you're hurting, if you're looking for love, if you're looking for joy, if you're looking for positive frequency, this is the episode for you. And make sure you stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do a deep, powerful healing meditation to help align on this message so that we can carry it throughout the day. So how do you understand what a frequency is? Like if you're looking for love, or you're looking for joy, or you're looking for wealth, or you're looking for power, if you're looking for a frequency to bring into your life, you have to understand what the frequency is and why it may look different to you than someone else and why you possibly can't even see it. You see, there's a saying that I love, and if you can grasp this one, which it took me a little while to truly understand, but once you truly understand, it will change your life. It will change your life because you realize you have the power to change anything. And that's the world is not as it is as you are. It's the same with energy, frequency. Love is not as it is as you are. And if you're not understanding what that means, think about this. Think about that there's a bar, there's like just this stream, powerful line, or like a line on a paper, just whatever, a line. And that's love. If you're below the line and you look up, you see love from that angle. If you're above the line and you look down, you see love from that angle. If you're beside it, you see it straight on. If you're in front of it, you see that. But the love is the same. It is as it is, but your perception of it, meaning as it is to you, depends on the frequency that you're in. So when a situation is happening, your perspective to that situation dictates what you see. The further up you go, the more you can see beyond self. The lower you go, the more you see below it, meaning the more angled you are, the more limited you are in your perception because you're looking up at the thing. That's why taking control of your own energy is so important. Gratitude is a powerful tool to allow you to stretch anything that you see. See, gratitude is not just about saying what you're thankful for. Gratitude is connecting to something and pulling it within you. When you think about how you went through school, and this might not apply to you, but just imagine this scenario that you grew up in a tough neighborhood, you didn't have any support, but you just kept working, you kept trying hard, you got into that great school, you graduated from that great school, you got that amazing job, and you are being a generational change to your family. Think about that moment when you get that job offer. You've had great moments when you got the letter acceptance to the school, when you graduated, but it all built up to getting that offer and you get that first paycheck. Think about how good that feels, that you're going to be different, that your life is going to look different than the people that you grew up with, that your family that you'll eventually build, that your kids will have a different platform to stand on. You see, when you start connecting that moment, no matter where you are, whether you're before it or after it, you start feeling it. You start connecting to that energy. Your perspective of everything starts to change because you start feeling the good from that. And when you feel good, it's easier to see good in the world. But the good was always there. You just couldn't see it based on your perspective. So if you want more love in the world, you have to look and work on receiving more love through gratitude. So you think of a moment that you're thankful for, that you would use gratitude with, that has to do with love. When you start pulling that moment within you, when you start bringing that energy within you, then you will start to see it in the world because your energy changes, and so your perception of the world changes, so your ability to see it. If a bunch of bad things happen to you, if people do a certain thing to you over and over, you're going to see those things. If you deal with angry people all the time, you're going to find angry people. If you struggle with anger in your heart, you're going to struggle and find anger in the world. That's why practicing gratitude is the number one way to change how you perceive any situation. If you change how you see a situation, then you can change how you receive a situation. Once you change how you receive a situation, you can change what you do going forward. It doesn't mean it automatically makes it easy. Understanding a situation, seeing a different perspective in a situation does not make things easier. It just gives you the path. It gives you the path, then you can walk it. And a lot of people are afraid of the path because the path is difficult. Once you finally see in alignment what you have to do to go to the next level, that is scary. When you realize that, oh, I'm going to lose this friend group. I'm going to lose this relationship. I'm going to lose this opportunity. It gets too difficult and people go back to the old frequency because they're seeing all the things that they're going to lose. Then it lowers them back down and they lose the path. So whatever it is that you're looking for more in your life, practice gratitude, connect to that energy, and then your perception of your world, of your experience changes. Your ability to find the silver lining, to find the good, to find the light in every situation will pull you forward because what you focus on expands. What you perceive in the world becomes your experience in the world because your perception is your reception. I know I use a lot of these words, but hopefully it's giving you the understanding that if the world is being hard on you, if you're struggling, if you're losing, if you're failing, if you're lost, if you're all of those things, pushing forward may not be the answer. Maybe it's changing what you're perceiving. Maybe the path is right in front of you. And here's an example. Take two people. So there's you and somebody else. Same age. You grow up. One person goes and maybe they have a really good circle of influence. So they go to the right schools, they get this great job, they start learning business, they start learning how to make money, they start learning how to do all this stuff, and they build great wealth up to let's say they're both 40 years old. So the one person became a millionaire multiple times over at 40, and then you are not. You're struggling, you're paycheck to paycheck. If that 40 version of you, or whatever it is, the other version that's made all the money, all of a sudden changed places with you, and you ended up in their spot, and they ended up in your spot, and there's no going back, meaning they can't just go back to being them. If they are now you, their financial prospects would change because they perceive things differently because they've received things differently. Their life allowed them to see things in a different way. So when they go into your situation, they're going to see the opportunity that you're missing. It's why you pay for experts. It's why you hire a consultant that's done something over and over, because when they get into your lens, when they get into your view, they see things differently than you. And they can point and say, hey, here's the path. It's what I do as a mind coach. When I'm working with somebody, I don't know the answers to them, but I understand mindset, understand frequency, understand patterns, I understand how to build a positive mind. So when I'm working with somebody, it's not that I know the answer of what they need. I help them see the way that I see so they can perceive the path going forward. So when you take that energy, when you're looking for love, no, it's already there. When you're looking for money, it's already there. When you're looking for adventure, experience, all of those things are already there. You just can't perceive them based on the way that you're perceiving the world. You don't see it as love. You see it as something else because you're blinded to it. It's not a frequency that you're operating in. Love is love. Tough love is love. Happy love is love. It's the perception and angle that you receive it. When a parent does something to you that you don't understand when you're a kid, and you get angry at them, when you're a child, you think the parent's being mean. You think the parent doesn't like you. You think whatever you think. But then once you become older, and you start looking back, you're like, oh, that was tough love they were giving me. They loved me. That's why they set those rules. They loved me. That's why they told me not to do it. You see, the thing they did was always love. Just as a child, your perception of it wasn't that. Your perception of it was lack or hurt or loss. But when you get older and you realize the struggles of the world, the pains of the world, the difficulties, how hard it is to exist in this world, you start to recognize like, oh, they were giving me love. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes it's bad parenting. Sometimes it's bad friendships. Sometimes they are doing things that aren't good. I'm just telling you that sometimes it's love. Sometimes it's joy. Sometimes it's prosperity that was in front of you. You just didn't see it that because of the situation that you were in, the way that you perceived it. So once you know that you have the power to perceive anything in the world and you start focusing on your perception, how you focus things, how you change things, you get the power. If you blame somebody else, then they have the power. And it's not because they actually have the power. It's just you're sending your power to them. So you're saying, whatever I believe is going to happen, I'm giving it to them. I'm thinking that they're going to create it, and then I end up creating it in my own life, but I say that they did it. Everything you need, the path is in front of you. You just have to become it to see it. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And when you breathe in, I want you to just say whatever frequency you want. If it's love, joy, happiness, just say it over and over. Love, 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 love. And as you hold your breath, I want you to imagine yourself discovering love or whatever frequency you choose. Just see it. Whatever comes to your mind as you hold your breath, just see it. And as you exhale, give yourself permission to be good at finding that thing. As you exhale, say, my name is Henry Lawrence, and I can see the thing I desire. My name is Henry Lawrence. I see love everywhere I go. My name is Henry Lawrence. I see wealth everywhere I go. Whatever it is, say it and exhale. So pick your word, and let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And down. Everything is happening for you. This journey, this life you live, this experience is for you. So let's level up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.